Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I bid to our lecturer Professor Madya Dr. Nur Afza binti Amran and my fellow friends. Today, we are from Group 6. We will be presenting about the second case, which is Board of Tender Dilemma, Challenges, Success and Accountability. We are a group of 5 members that consists of me, myself, Nur Azaliza binti Muhammad Faizul, metric number 261199, and my other group members, Nurul Nadia, Nurul Nabila, Fariha Nadira, and Nur Anis Liana. Okay, firstly, I will start with the executive summary of the case. This case examines the procurement issue of government asset. The key protagonist in this case is Mr. Abu, who was a member of tender board. He is the officer that responsible to handle a tender to purchase compactors. Currently, he is living a lavish lifestyle in Kuala Lumpur. Next, the second party in this case is Datuk Zainal, the president of ABBA Municipal Council. As a government agency, the procurement process must follow the procedure of procurement stated by the government. He always reminds his management to stay away from corruption and to maintain the good name of the council. In order to win for the tender, one of the contractors, who is Mr. Chow, sent many gifts to Mr. Abu, such as hamper, BMW Superbike, iPhone 12 and iPad Pro. In this case, Mr. Abu is in dilemma whether to admit all the honesty that he has done before or just let nobody know about that. There are some problems that cause Mr. Abu to commit dishonesty, such as lack of internal control, lack of authorization, financial problem and commitment pressure, relationship pressure, and lastly because of his own bad attitude. Therefore, my group has come up with a recommended solution that should be implemented, which is Mr. Abu should enhance and get closer to his religion. Based on the expectancy value theory, the religious belief may influence people in determining their own value and usefulness. Okay, next, I will continue with the statement of the problem. There are some problems that contribute to Mr. Abu's dishonesty. The first problem is lack of internal control in asset procurement process. We can see that in this case, the management of ABBA Municipal Council did not regularly monitor the process of the procurement. Mr. Abu did not review the tender document one by one. This should be done to ensure the document received were completed and accurate. Next, the second problem is lack of authorization. In this case, it was lack of authorization because Mr. Abu are the only one that responsible to make decision for the tender. The third problem that lead Mr. Abu to commit dishonesty is because of the financial problem and commitment pressure that he faced. Since his wife has been laid off from her job, Mr. Abu is the only breadwinner for the family. He has 4 children and 5 siblings that he needs to support. Not only that, he also needs to pay for the monthly loan that he borrowed from Ahlong to sustain his lavish lifestyle. And lastly, he also needs a lot of money to pay for his illness. The next problem is because of relationship pressure. Since Mr. Abu received many gifts from Mr. Chow, he feels guilty that he should give the tender to Mr. Chow. Furthermore, he feels stressed with the KPI that has been set by the top management. The last problem in this case that made Mr. Abu to commit dishonesty is because of his own bad attitude. After having a lavish lifestyle, he tends to forgo all the advice from his late mother. Mr. Abu always misses his prayer every weekend because he plays golf with his business client. Even though he earned high salary, he never paid zakah and charity gift to the needy. The worst attitude of him is that he planned a vacation during Ramadan purposely to skip from fasting. That's all from me. Next, I shall pass the presentation to my group members, Nabila, to continue with the causes of the problem. Thank you.
Hi, I'm 264359 Nurul Nabila binti Saiful Baharudin. Today I will continue the presentation with the cause of the problem in the case study. Okay, I have identified 5 problems related to the case study that I will discuss later. Okay, the first problem is lack of internal control in the process of procurements. Regarding to the problem in the case study, ABBA Municipal Council have some issue related to the process, to the procurements of the government assets. Mr. Abu, the person in charge in this tender, play important roles to making decision. However, they have some problem in the process of recruitment that involve lack of internal control. In the early years, 2020, ABBE Municipal Council was held meeting board to choose a tender in the process of purchase competitors. The meeting was chaired by President ABBE Municipal Council, which is Datuk Zainal. Even Datuk Zainal have emphasized about prescribed rules that stimulate in the government's procedure in the meeting, but the misconduct still occur within the process. The top management did not regularly monitor the process of recruitment, and Mr. Abu also did not follow the right procedure as requested by Datuk Zainal in the board meeting. Therefore, junior contractor like Mr. Cho able to take this opportunity as a chance to win the tender and compete with the other competitors in the contraction sector. Based on the case study, it has shown that due to the problem, misconduct rise not involve one entity but both entities who gain the profit respectively. Therefore, ABBA Municipal Council might try to apply internal control framework which include internal control and risk management strategy to weigh the variety of integrity and efficiency issue in the procurement process. An effective internal control framework which include like policy, structure, procedure and also process that enable ABBA Municipal Council effectively respond to the risk. Based the framework, the responsibility of the management are carried out by the staff on daily basis. So the process will assist the employee and also manager to exercise the duty within the parameter established by the ABBA Municipal Council itself. Okay, the second problem is lack of authorization. Next, ABBA Municipal Council have problem regarding to the lack of authorization. Mr. Abu, the person who have legal authority to act on behalf of an organization and make decision in the tender. He also needs to evaluate all related documents and to ensure the process of recruitment delivers smoothly. However, the situation gives Mr. Abu opportunity to commit corruption within the process. They get a lot of gifts like cakes, fruit and also luxury products such as iPhone Pro. Besides, Mr. Abu also get offer from the company to some attractive rewards such as commission, business trips and others. The impact of the corruption is Mr. Abu able to choose contractors even the document received does not compliance with the standards provided. Therefore, lack of authorization will bring a lot of the threats to ABBA Municipal Council, especially in the management perspective. Okay, the third problem is related to the financial problem and commitment pressure. So, Mr. Abu has family problem, therefore this result affected to his financial and also commitments. He was the only backbone for his family and children since his wife Miss Artika been left off from DSB bank. Other than that, he also need to support family member which is 5 siblings who currently stay at Yan Kedah. Moreover, high taste of living and also have luxury lifestyle ensure Mr. Abu put himself in the pressure of financial problems. Even he know his financial capability, but he stayed on his stance to not give up and took some loan from unauthorized lender called as Ahlong. This commitment was burden herself without he realized because he need to pay loan monthly, and finally Mr. Abu facing depressions. This problem leads to the health issue where he should pay his statement to cure illness, and from the problem above we are able to identify that Mr. Abu the person who does not have good management in the financial. Then we forced to facing he also facing a lot of the problem since he cannot control his commitments and lead him to involve in this misconduct. This problem is appropriate to the fraud triangles, which the theory explained about the factor that lead to the fraud and also ethical behavior. In this problem, I just want to highlight about the pressure factor. Since Mr. Abu has pressure in the financial problem, therefore, pressure factor will be main point to ABBA Municipal Council effectively combat criminal behavior that negatively impacts in their operations. Okay, the fourth is problem is related to the relationship pressure. It's involved that Mr. Cho give a lot of gift and rewards to the Mr. Abu. After they know each other and provide some gift like hamper, food and other else, Mr. Abu feel guilty and feel mixed feelings whether to give the tender to Mr. Cho or not. Therefore, this situation put Mr. Abu in the relationship pressure toward a successful contractor like Mr. Cho. Even next, Mr. Abu also have relationship pressure to the top management ABBA Municipal Council since he want to prove that he can achieve the KPI standards provided to him. And the last problem is attitude. So, Mr. Abu had internal conflict in religion, such as not perform congregational prayer, miss her prayer every weekend, and not paying zakat, and also skip the fasting in the bulan Ramadan. He is involved with the unethical behavior since he forget his mother advice and not improving his religion knowledge. Besides, he has good memorable and relationship with his mother since childhood. Therefore, he still remember the sweet moment even his mother was passed away 15 years back. His mother also provide a lot of advice to him when he started a career. But after the year passed, Mr. Abu facing culture shock regarding to the new environment and ignore the mother advice. This problem may lead to the unethical behavior which influence from the attitude Mr. Abu himself. Okay, next, that's all from me. And next discussion, I will pass to the Nadia to continue with the decision criteria and alternative solution.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nuranada binti Rozali, matric number 264334. I will continue presenting 4.0 decision criteria and alternative solutions. Here is the list of decision criteria that used to evaluate the alternative solutions. The first one is adaptable by the culture of the organization. Second one is easy to implement and not time consuming. And the last one is can increase employees' morale. The first alternative solutions is develop written policies and procedures. Policies and procedures are a set of rules and methods designed and communicate to structure certain process within an organization. This term embraces the set of instruction given to employees from general guideline to specific steps applicable to job positions. One benefit of having written policy and procedure is as the reference tool in managing workplace issues arising from employee misconduct or inappropriate behavior. As stated before, ABBA Municipal Council is lax of internal control in the process of procurement. So, developing written policies and procedures will remind the ABBA Municipal Council's employee that the organization is vigilant and care about policy obedience. Furthermore, when policies and procedures are presented in written form, employees such as Mr. Abu are answerable for their actions. Besides having benefits, written policy and procedure also have challenges to implement where researching, writing, incorporating and enforcing organization policies and procedure is take time and money. The second alternative solution is have a strong sense of ethics and integrity. Ethics are moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity, while integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. In this case, Mr. Abu must have a strong sense of ethics and integrity in carrying out his duty as standard community member of ABBA Municipal Council. This will help him distinguish and determine whether the actions and decisions are right or wrong. In addition, having a strong sense of ethics and integrity will allow Mr. Abu as a leader to more effectively lead his team. This is because when a leader regularly follow a predictable and respectable code of ethics, their team is more likely to follow their lead and feel confident in their contributions to the organization. In adhering to ethics and integrity, there are also challenges such as conflicts of interest. As can be seen in this case, Mr. Abu is experiencing conflicts of interest where he wants to prove to top management that he can achieve the KPI, and also he has received many gifts from Mr. Chow. In such a situation, Mr. Abu should have a better understanding of the acts on his corruption, such as the Malaysia Anti-Corruption Act 2009, as this can be used to improve his sense of ethics and integrity. The third alternative solution is enhance and get closer to religion. Religion often involves cultural belief, worldviews that prophecies, revelation, and morals that have spiritual meaning to the members of the particular faith, and it can encompass a range of practice including sermons, rituals, prayer, meditation, holy place, symbol, trance, and feasts. Modern psychology recognizes that religion can play an important role in an individual's life and experience, and can even improve health and well-being. In fact, studies have shown that religion can help people develop healthy habits, regulate their behaviors, and understand their emotions. Most religions enforce moral behavior through positive and negative reinforcement, while infusing God-fearing elements in scripture, such as the concept of karma in Hinduism, heaven, hell, and salvation in Christianity, paradise and hell in Islamism, peaceful afterlife in indigenous Chinese whole religion, and release from the cycle of reincarnation and enlightenment in Buddhism. In this case, Mr. Abu should remember and listen to the advice from his mother that was conveyed to him 15 years ago, where he should focus on his prayer and keep improving his religious knowledge, because this will protect him from involving with unethical behavior. That's all for my part. I will pass the presentation to Anis to continue with other alternative solutions.
Thank you, Nurul Nadia. My name is Nur Anisliana binti Alias and my matric number is 264530. I will continue with the rest of alternative solution. Implement segregation of duty. In order to make sure that any decision made is based on the need of the organization, it is better to implement the segregation of duty for the management. Segregation of duty occurs by having more than one person to complete a certain task. This implementation will prevent people from abusing their power, as there will be other person to authorize the action or decision before it can be finalized. In Abang Municipal Council, they are having a problem with lack of authorization regarding the decision for the tender. This is because Mr. Abu is the only one responsible to choosing suitable tender for the council, and no one can authorize whether the decision made is authentic or not. When duty is segregated, it will help making sure that the decision is made based on the reasonable consideration by different people, not for one's benefit only. This definitely will prevent Mr. Abu from committing fraud by accepting the bribe, as he has to tally his decision with other as an assigned person. This implementation could be a little costly, as there is two persons doing the same job, but it definitely helps in avoiding fraud that can harm the organization for a long term. Next, enhance financial management. What have been pressured Mr. Abu into accepting bribe is due to his financial problem. He lives a luxurious lifestyle and have to support his wife and 4 children. Next, enhance financial management. What have been pressured Mr. Abu into accepting bribe is due to his financial problem. He lives a luxurious lifestyle and have to support his wife and 4 children. He'll also be taking a loan from a loan that has stressed him out. Because of this, he needs to enhance his personal and family financial management. He needs to manage his money to achieve a certain personal financial goal. He needs to budget his money and focusing more on need rather than luxury. This is to avoid him from getting financial problem that will lead to distress that can ruin his life. With a good financial condition, Mr. Abu will not be easily pressured into accepting the bribe as he is not in a desperate condition. By applying this financial management, Mr. Abu might not enjoy his life as luxurious as before, but he definitely will avoid getting himself and his family into worse problems in the future. Lastly, establish a sense of accountability at workplace. In order to dodge the problem regarding the relationship pressure at the workplace, Mr. Abu needs to have a sense of accountability at the workplace. This accountability means that each person should be responsible for their action, behavior, performance, and decision regarding their work. Any action that they have taken will result to better or worsen of the organization. A person with a great sense of accountability will hold to their moral value in any condition despite any pressure. If Mr. Abu has a great sense of accountability at his workplace, he will not be easily pressured into committing this fraud as he knows it is an immoral action that against his moral value. He also should realize how his action will affect Abba and himself in the future. To establish this sense of accountability, what ABBA can do is by making the organization expectation is clear, is that they do not want any fraudulent activity happen in the council. This everyone is accountable to their action if they try to commit this fraud. So that's all from me. I will pass to Fariha Ndira. Thank you.
For the last part, I am Fariha Nadira will present the recommendation solution, implementation and justification for this case. As my group member have present all the alternative solutions which is possible to solve all the issues arise in this case, we would like to recommend one best solution from alternative solution, which is Mr. Abu should enhance and get closer to his religions. Expectancy value theory is used to support our justification of the solution. This theory explains the relationship between religion belief and behaviors and changes in head locus of control over time. Expectancy value theory would suggest that religion belief may influence one's perception of how confident they are in determining their own health outcomes and the value, usefulness, and relevance of such outcomes. This theory has supported our recommendation solution for this case because, as I mentioned just now, the religion belief may influence individual perception of their action, which means that they could distinguish what action is the good one and what action is the bad one. To relate to Mr. Abu, Islam is a religion who encompasses the concept of righteousness, good character, and the body of moral quality and visual prescribed in Islamic religion texts. It shows that the more Mr. Abu tries to appreciate and understand to Islam, the more positive vibe will influence Mr. Abu's behavior. Therefore, Mr. Abu would be recommended to get closer to his religion as it will give a big positive impact for his behavior, as well as it will stronger a sense of ethics and accountability during his working. However, to rely only on enhancing Mr. Abu's behavior could not be enough. Therefore, for this case, the contingency plan should back up by another party, which is the top management of ABBA Municipal Council, in order to solve the issues arise. The top management should develop written policies and procedure of the council, not only rely on the government one. Some of the examples are code of conduct, discipline and termination policy, and more. This could assist in assessing performance and establishing accountability, especially to Mr. Abu. The important thing is this written policy and procedure should have support from the top management because it will lead Mr. Abu and also the other employees to take this written policies and procedures seriously. So that's all from our group for presentation for case 2. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.